I often joke that I didn't choose the squirrel life. The squirrel life chose me. But baby squirrels seem to just find their way into my life. From helping a litter of baby red squirrels in the forest to hand-rearing an orphan. But I've never been at the start of a rescue. This is the nerving story of how I caught and rescued a litter of baby red squirrels. That baby squirrel did that. And helped them back to the wild. We just finished our lunch, and you might be able to hear squeaking behind me. Our neighbour, who actually we bought the house from him, came to our house with a tiny baby squirrel, and we've just quickly put it in the cage. The baby squirrel was in his garage basically climbing all over him. It wouldn't leave him alone, so he brought it to us. I'm going to have a quick check. It looks absolutely fine. We will hopefully just release it if it's totally fine. It's quite warm today, so it might be a bit dehydrated. This sweet little squirrel is around 6 weeks old. He was quite active, but just looked very tired. It seemed like this guy had had a big day. Probably explored too far. No, you're sleepy. I thought there was something wrong with one of the back legs, but it's fine. So we'll capture it, take it back to where our neighbour lives, and hopefully just find a tree. I might actually play a distress call, and maybe the mother will come. It's really sleepy, so I think it needs to go home. You've had a big day, haven't you? Yeah. It's alright. Can you get the cage? It's fine. It's at the back.
Yes, but I'm trying to.
We headed to our neighbour's farm and discovered the dray was in a very unusual place. So the dray of this baby squirrel is actually in this old house, and I actually saw one of the baby squirrels, so I think we're just fine to release it. It does look a little bit sleepy and sad. I just hope it can climb up on its own, so let's see. Oh! The baby squirrel jumped out of the cage. I wanted him to go back to the dray. You know where home is? But he was going in the wrong direction.
It's gonna fall. Careful. Babe, it's gonna.
He did fall. And Juan caught the squirrel in his shirt.
Get my shirt.
We watched nervously. It's like it doesn't know where the dray is out. Why was the baby squirrel not going home? It found the window frame to rest. So far this rescue mission really has not gone to plan. We discovered that the dray is basically a hole on a 2-story old building, really old building. We tried to put the kit near the wall of the dray with the idea that it might be able to smell its surroundings and know where to go home, and it went to the other side of the building and fell. Juan managed to capture it in his shirt because it would have fallen on a old wooden ladder. But now we found another kit who is stuck on another window. It gives me a bit more hope that the other one will be able to find the dray. So we're just gonna watch and see what will happen. We decided to set up a rear link camera to monitor the wall. Any movement will be notified to our phone, so we'd know if the baby squirrels leave or if Mum comes back. We left for 3 hours, and finally there was movement. The baby squirrels found each other. The squirrel with the wet, greasy looking tail is the one that we caught earlier. They seemed happy to connect, almost trying to play on the wall. But it was so unusual. Where was the mother? We had left for hours. Why had she not come back? Why had she chosen a barn to have her kits? The baby squirrel that we had caught finally found the dray. And the other squirrel was now on its own. I expected the female to have returned by now. As the day went on, it continued to get warmer. And the squirrels were definitely struggling. One started to drag its legs, and I realised it was severely dehydrated. They'd been alone a while. There was no mum. We had to wait until the squirrels would come to the ground in order to capture them. And finally, the camera notified us of movement. The orange squirrel that had sat in the dray the whole time was out. She quickly ran from us, and she was struggling to climb. She fell, but we caught her. I just spoke to Katarina, who is a squirrel rehabilitator in Stockholm, and I basically told her the situation. This has been ongoing for 6 hours now, and she thinks that something has happened to the mother because they're quite young, and for them to be without a mum for 6 hours is quite odd. So we're actually going to... We've already captured one. There's another one here, and the third one, I'm not sure where it is. We've seen the baby squirrels fall 3 times now, and once it almost hit a rock. Katarina told us it's quite normal for them to start looking for their mother, and she's pretty sure that something's happened to Mum. So, we have to catch 2 more squirrels. You know, I was thinking, if squirrels had a website, they'd probably call it Squirrel Space. However, squirrels don't really need a website, and lucky for us humans, Squarespace has everything we need to build a website that's actually professional and polished. And this video is sponsored by Squarespace. Without Squarespace, I wouldn't be able to run my calendar shop. The powerful tools make updating my shop easy, even if I'm on the go, and you can start today with one of the beautiful templates. If you'd like to give Squarespace a go, head to squarespace.com/daniconnorwild and you can save 10% off a new purchase of a website or a domain. This morning I fed the baby squirrel at 7 o'clock and it didn't seem to take any of the milk. It was sort of just seeping out of its mouth rather than swallowing it. And then at 8 o'clock I gave it some water and it started to actually lick it. And then I gave it some more milk maybe 45 minutes later, and for the first time it was actually drinking it. And I think what helped is I gave it some honey. I just put some honey on the syringe. I'm going to feed it now. I'm hoping this time it's actually going to properly start drinking milk. I went to look at the other baby squirrels and I couldn't see any sign of life. So we'll just have to keep an eye on the camera. Doesn't look so good. Just spilling everywhere. It usually takes baby squirrels a day to learn how the syringe works.
That's it. Come on, a little bit more. Come on. You have to drink it.
But she didn't seem to want the milk at all. I checked her breathing. She was fine. She was scared.
Don't worry, don't worry. You're doing it. You want to hold it? No, okay. That's enough.
She would take a few drops and then refuse to drink more.
Because it's trembling. Oh, you've done some poops. That's good. Don't go there, don't go there. Go in your bed. It's not fair, is it?
For hours we didn't receive any notifications of movement from the camera. And then finally, at 3 in the afternoon, both baby squirrels were out. We just caught the second baby squirrel, and thank goodness for the Rehabilitation cameras, because if we didn't get a notification that the baby squirrel left the dray, we wouldn't have been able to catch it. And also, it's just proven that there's no adults. Still no sign of the third baby squirrel, which is probably the one that was really unwell. But we've got 2 now and we can focus on getting them hydrated and fed. Yeah, I'm so relieved. The baby squirrel is currently in here. Good work. We got home for about 10 minutes when we received a notification on the camera. I'm so warm. We literally just arrived home and we were working out what to do with the second squirrel and how to hydrate it, and then we checked the Rio link and the third baby is alive and is there. We just somehow missed it, so we are driving back and we're gonna try and capture the third one. I can't believe it survived. So we rushed to the farm. The last baby squirrel to capture was the first one our neighbour Tord had brought us. A part of me felt stupid not to have realised sooner that it was struggling.
You said you thought you heard something, huh?
I had just assumed it was sleepy and had explored too far. But it was actually leaving the dray out of desperation. We spent half an hour looking, and we found no sign of life. We had to leave. There was another squirrel in need. It is so warm today. So we tried to find the third baby squirrel and we couldn't. And we've come home and we're going to try and hydrate the second baby squirrel. Ready? Oh, hey, buddy. Hello. Hi. Shh, don't worry. You bit me. You bit me. Look, don't worry.
Was it hard?
A little bit.
Do you need gloves?
Don't worry. You have energy, I can see. Alright. Come on. Nah.
Put it here, bring it. Does it hurt?
I don't know. Try that. You're a little rascal, aren't you? Yes. Don't worry, we're here to help. It's alright. Okay, shh. Let me try. One more. How is it? This squirrel was in the best condition, but his legs were dragging due to dehydration. He needed water. He was half drinking, half trying to bite the syringe. That's it. Okay, don't worry. Go in there. Yeah, bit me twice. We've basically got them before they're at a critical point. Let me feed the other one, but I'm going to need gloves to be able to get it.
Hurts?
No.
I thought it was hurting like mine. They're together.
Where's your friend? Or your sibling? It's fine. Don't worry.
Which one is that one?
That's the new one.
Okay.
And
this is
you?
the ginger.
You're the little ginger girl. And you're very shy. You have a brother. Okay, let's try and feed you. You have to show yourself. Come on. Yes. Let's try this next apple. Nice. Can we have some more? So nice. Well done, you little squirrel. The female was finally drinking, but she seemed to think the milk came from my fingers. It felt like we were finally making some progress. You see, the milk comes from the syringe, not my finger. There we go. Open wide. There we go. I purposely positioned the head down to avoid the baby squirrels accidentally breathing the milk.
Come on, try it. You'll feel better. Promise. That's it. I'm not a predator, don't worry. Look, have some honey. Try that. Ooh. That's it. Come on. Some water. Come on. Try it. How is it? It's okay? What's this like? No, you can try a bit more. You think you want to bite it? That's what you want to do. You want to bite it. But I'm asking you to eat it. Okay. You've had something. Naughty brown one. Hello. Hello, naughty. How you feeling? You got poops. That's good. Alright, yes, I know you don't like it. You're gonna bite me. Gonna bite me? What's this? Right, come on.
They would drink a little, but they weren't drinking properly. I was following close guidance from Katarina, the squirrel rehabilitator in Stockholm, and she told me to persevere and to keep trying.
Just spitting the milk out.
Did you get some honey?
You stay there, mister. So, hello. Hello, girl. Aren't you pretty? You're not gonna bite me, are you? You know what's coming. Come on. Good. You are hungry.
Although I was making some progress, I still was confused why the baby squirrels weren't drinking. It was the late evening, and it had been 36 hours since we met the first baby squirrel, but we hadn't had any notifications since the afternoon. Maybe he hadn't made it. We just needed a long enough ladder, and maybe I could put my hand in the dray. Baby squirrel did that. We've just come home with the third baby squirrel. So I had the idea of putting honey and warm water in a dish in the dray with the hope that when the baby squirrel leaves tomorrow morning, it will walk into the water and hopefully lick it off its body. So we borrowed a ladder from our neighbour. I went up the ladder, which is very high, it's like maybe 4 meters, and I put the dish down really gently, and then literally right next to the dish I can see these eyes looking at me, and I could see the fluffiness, and it was just like this, looking at this dish that's just randomly appeared, and I was just like, I'm gonna grab it. So I didn't have gloves. I went straight in with my hand. I told you actually a few seconds after I grabbed it. So I had it over the dish, but I couldn't get it out the hole because the hole is so narrow. So I'm trying to get it out, and also the baby squirrel was like latching on to something. I pulled it out, and then it really woke up, and it just basically screamed and put its teeth right into my finger twice. And I was just like, do I put it in my pocket? What am I going to do? Obviously, I need to hold on to the ladder and I can't hold its head so it doesn't bite me. And I thought the best thing to do was just to put it on my body, still hold it. So then it started biting my fleece and grabbing my fleece so I could at least get down the ladder. And then when we got down, we just put it in the box. The baby squirrel was panicking and like running around in the box. I mean, it's a small box and it's upstairs. I'm hoping to give it maybe half an hour just to calm down, and then I'm going to try and hydrate it with some warm water and honey. But we've got 3 baby squirrels now. This baby squirrel is biting me and I'm 4.5 meters suspended and I'm like in pain because like it's quite a sharp bite. But anyway, we have 3 baby squirrels. This baby squirrel is probably in the worst condition. It hasn't drank or eaten anything for at least 2 days, maybe more, because we don't know what happened to the mother and where it went. It has a better chance with us than it does on its own.
And it was hot today.
Ooh. It's like 11 o'clock at night. You ready? Am I ready? Okay. Scared baby, yes. Hello. Okay. No biting. No biting. Let's try not to bite. I know you're scared. Don't worry. I'm not gonna hurt you. Can you let go of my glove? Thank you. Right. It's nice. It's honey water. Yes. Wow, it's drinking the best compared to anyone. No. Almost immediately, the baby squirrels started drinking. So thirsty. I was so happy with his progress. I decided to name him Tord, after the neighbour who brought him to us and allowed us to rescue all of them. Like, I've never seen this. It's so thirsty. I don't want to overdo it though. It's drank 4 syringes now. Perfect, yeah. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Well done. And you are a boy. In the next episode, I start to make progress with the baby squirrels, but realise it's going to be a very different rehabilitation to Rue. But the baby squirrels were safe and their journey back to the wild had begun.